So in today's video, we are going to be talking about hair type versus hair porosity, all right? Now, hair type tells you what your curl pattern looks like. Now, it's consisted of 4 hair types or 4 categories, which is type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. Now, from type 2 and down, you will have subcategories, maybe, A through C. So you'll have type, 2A, type 2B, and type 2C. Then from type 3, you will have type 3A, type 3B, type 3C. Then type 4 will have type 4A, type 4B, and type 4C. Now, all of that mumbo jumbo just tells you what your curls look like, aka what your curl pattern looks like. Now, hair porosity tells you how your hair absorbs moisture, and it's rated from a scale of low porosity to normal porosity to high porosity, or whichever way you want to flip it. Now, I get a lot of questions on what product should I use for my type 4 hair, what does my hair look like? I have low porosity hair, and those are basically really confusing questions, okay? Because what your hair type tells you is what your hair looks like, not really necessarily what products you should be using. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? Hair type really only tells you what your curls look like. It doesn't tell you about moisture. It doesn't tell you about how your hair will absorb moisture. It doesn't really tell you anything about the health of your hair. It just tells you what your hair looks like. Now, hair porosity does not tell you what your hair looks like. Hair porosity tells you how your hair strands absorb moisture. So if you have dry hair, your hair porosity is what you need to know in order to fix your dry hair. Now, I'm wondering if you're still following. Comment down below if you're still following, because I'm really trying to get this, as in depth as I can and to get through to you guys as much as I can. So let's continue. Now, keep in mind, hair type and hair porosity, they're not very cut and dry. So for hair type, you can have type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. You can have all hair types combined on one head. For example, I am type 4, but I have type 4A, I have type 4B, and I have type 4C all throughout my head. If you want more specifics, I have type 4A in the front, I have type 4B on the sides, and then in the very middle, the very middle of my hair where it's the thickest and the most kinkiest, I have type 4C. Now, for hair porosity, you can have different hair porosities in your head. You can have low porosity on the left side, you can have high porosity on the right side. For me, I have low porosity throughout my entire head. Yes, you can also have one as well. And me personally, I have low porosity throughout all of my hair strands. Now back to the basics. Hair type tells you what your hair looks like. It tells you what your curl pattern looks like. And hair porosity tells you how your hair absorbs moisture, whether it absorbs moisture at a high rate or whether it absorbs moisture at a low rate, or maybe you just have normal porosity hair. But what's the importance of knowing these? Now, hair type, like I said, will tell you what your hair looks like. It will tell you if your hair is extremely tightly coiled or if your hair is very loosely coiled. And how knowing that can benefit you is, should I use a comb? Should I be using any type of detangling methods? Or is my hair so tightly coiled that if I use a rat tail comb, all of my coils will break off? Knowing your hair type can really help you with how to manipulate and detangle your hair. Because obviously, if you have extremely tightly coiled hair, you know you have type 4 hair. So should you be using a rat tail comb? No. Type 4 should probably not be using a rat tail comb because their hair is so tightly coiled. Now, hair porosity tells you the rate at which your hair absorbs moisture. Therefore, it's telling you what products go best in your hair to keep it from being dry and brittle. Now, if I have low porosity hair, I'm not going to go out and slap on a bunch of thick conditioners and a bunch of thick hair butters and a bunch of gel, because I have low porosity, which means my hair absorbs moisture at an extremely low rate. It basically means my hair is not very porous and my hair does not absorb water very quickly. So if I go out and buy a bunch of thick butters and thick creams, it's going to take forever for my hair to absorb any of that moisture. If you have high porosity hair and you're not correctly sealing in your moisture, your hair is going to suck up all of the moisture and your hair is then going to be extremely dry. So it will be safe to say if you have high porosity, you should be buying thick conditioners, hair lotions, and shea butter. You should be buying a lot of products that are thick in consistency. You should be buying good oils that will seal in the moisture very, very well. You need to buy hair products that will last your hair because you have high porosity hair. Now, if you have normal porosity hair, you can pretty much pick and choose and, and find where you lay on the spectrum for hair product. But do you guys kind of see the difference now? Hair type will tell you what your hair looks like. Hair porosity will tell you how your hair absorbs moisture. So if you want to know what your hair looks like, you should find your hair type. But if you want to know how you can keep your hair from being dry and brittle, how you can moisturize your hair, then you need to know your hair's porosity. Now, what I want you guys to keep in mind is, even though we have the same hair type, we might not have the same hair porosity. So keep that in mind when you see the products that I'm using and how I apply them to my hair. Because if you have high porosity, I guarantee you within the hour of doing exactly what I'm doing and buying exactly what I'm buying, your hair is going to dry up like that. So definitely keep that in mind, and I will keep that in mind when I'm filming these videos. I'll make sure that I have something on the side for you guys who have high porosity, and like I said, normal porosity, you're free to pick and choose which products you want to buy, how you want to manipulate your hair. You're kind of free to choose. So definitely thumbs up this video and leave all of your questions down below. If you're looking to find out what's your hair type, I left charts in this video and I will leave links to some other charts in my description box down below. Also, I have a video on how to test your hair porosity. So I'll leave that link somewhere on the screen, and I will also leave that video linked in the description box. So definitely thumbs up this video, and don't forget to tell all of your friends about me by sharing this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, shameless plug, at Chazzzisawesome. And please subscribe so you can stay up to date with all of me and all of my videos. And yes, Bear is not in this video because he is definitely sick. Please wish him your best, wishes or whatever. He's actually being a real big baby about having a small little cold, but it's whatever. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.